Hello and welcome here to Odnan FCB and welcome back to the channel today. Hope you are all doing well, where it has been a little bit quiet recently since Barca went over to Asia for the start of the pre-season tour. But of course, there are still things to bring you. The team have now left Japan and arrived in South Korea, in Seoul, for our upcoming games. They will play 2 pre-season matches in South Korea, the first of those coming on Thursday, so we're all very much looking forward to that, especially after what was a really encouraging and promising performance against Vissel Kobe. Lots of young players impressed, so it'll be exciting to see what we can do in these last 2 games of the Asian Tour. But away from the pitch, there are also some big stories making headlines, starting with Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who underwent successful surgery earlier today in France. That's very good news, but of course now all eyes are on the recovery time. Despite his claim of being back in 3 months, reports out of Catalonia suggest it's far more likely to be 4 or even 5 months. Barca's official statement didn't give a timeline, as usual, leaving it to the medical reports that will soon be submitted to La Liga. If confirmed at 4 months or more, Barca can use 80% of his salary mass for player registrations, starting with Jong Garcia, who impressed in his pre-season debut. Meanwhile, Robert Lewandowski's future is also drawing attention. Several Saudi clubs have approached his camp, offering the kind of long-term, high-salary deals only they can provide. While Lewandowski remains settled in Barcelona with his family and has no intention of leaving, Barca would not block his departure if a huge offer arrived, especially with Hansi Flick carefully managing his minutes this season due to his age. There's also fresh news regarding Jan Virgili. Talks with Mallorca continue, with the player himself open to the move. The club has been somewhat surprised by his decision, as they view him as still in his formative years and expected him to continue developing with Barca Athletic despite their relegation. Barca value him highly, but have told him that if he wishes to leave, he must bring an offer that satisfies all parties, with a figure around €4 million plus a 50% sell-on clause being discussed. And let's not forget Frenkie de Jong. Barca have tabled a 2-year extension that would keep him at the club until 2028, with a performance-based option for 2029. However, negotiations are on hold as de Jong must first resolve a legal dispute with his current agent Ali Dursun. Until that matter is settled, Barca cannot move forward with talks under a new representative. The club remains hopeful, but this situation could continue to drag on for a while. Off the field, Barca are also looking closely at their sponsorship agreements. The current deal with Spotify, worth €65 million per season plus bonuses that bring it to around €70 million, runs until June 2026. Spotify has the right to extend the deal until 2030 by adding $10 million per year, and they'd like to push that further to 2034 with another increase. However, Barca believe the value of their shirt sponsorship today is closer to €120 million per season, given the growth of the squad and brand since 2022. They want to renegotiate for over €80 million per season starting in 2026, and while both parties value the deal highly, if no agreement is reached, Barca are willing to consider other offers, just as they did with Puma before eventually renewing with Nike. So with ter Stegen recovering, Lewandowski being monitored, Virgili's future up in the air, de Jong's renewal on standby, and a huge sponsorship renegotiation on the horizon, there's plenty for us to keep an eye on as Barca's pre-season continues in Asia. Let me know in the comments, do you think Lewandowski could be tempted by Saudi offers? Should Barca let Virgili go? And how confident are you that Barca will strike a better deal with Spotify? I'll catch you all very soon with more updates. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.